Bắc Bling vốn trong trữ tình, nón quay thao em đợi sân đỉnh.
Hey, welcome back to Analog Man Podcast. I'm your boy, the Wolfhound. Please do me a favor, hit that like button on the way, and I'm going to do a song from a place that I have actually been to recently. Not too recent, but fairly recently, Vietnam. The song is called Bac Bling. I never heard the song, and I don't know Vietnamese language, but I have visited Vietnam, and we'll talk a little bit more about that after the song. But let's go with Bac Bling right now, and let's hear what this song is about. Recommended to me by one of my subscribers. Okay, before I go too far, this is already bringing me back to my trip. So this is Bac Bling and Bac Bling. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, the colors of red, that color red and that gold, that's really common throughout Vietnam. Those are kind of like special colors, I guess. Also, if you can see where like kind of the dirt is risen up, a lot of Vietnam is really flat, so they get like really bad floods during like torrential downpours. But I'll stop interrupting. Let's go, Bac Bling.
Ta về ta tắm mau ta, dù trong dù đục áo nhà vẫn hơn. Tình quê son sắt keo sơn, ngân đồng gió nổi cây dám đợi chờ.
Mời bà con về Bắc Ninh em chơi nào.
Bắc Ninh vốn trong trữ tình, nón quay thao em đợi sân đỉnh. Mấy anh ai quay đâu nhìn cũng đỉnh, mà các dân chơi gọi là Bắc Bling Linh.
Tấm lòng son sắt tăng ngân nga cao quan họ này, chào mừng về miền đất bên nước và con đò, tình hoa không thể nào mất. Chất là loco, sẽ soạn áo thề khăn xếp, anh em cùng lên đồ, let's go.
Lướt trên sông như là lướt trên mây, ngước bên đông sang giờ này ngước bên tây. Miếng trầu này em đã ướp thêm say, mang lời hứa trao duyên như bao hẹn ước đêm nay.
Đêm trăng rằm hội lim, biết em đâu mà tìm, chót thương em đâu thể ngồi im, cầm khăn làm tin.
Sáng như đêm trăng rằm.
Let's rewind it a little bit. Yeah, this is really cool. First, he was like doing the tug of war. He's talking about Beetlenut, and then he's talking about like a hometown and just like, you know, loving his hometown. This song is really cool. It's got like, you know, the local instruments, but with the modern beat. And this guy came in rapping, flying in the sky. Yeah, it's definitely different than what I expected. Well, I didn't really expect anything. I didn't know what to expect.
Sáng như đêm trăng rằm hội đêm, biết em đâu mà tìm. Ai chót thương em đâu thể ngồi im, cầm khăn đi ai làm tin.
Ăn một miếng trầu, ăn một miếng trầu, ăn vào cho đỏ.
Okay, first of all, this is the girl that was in the beginning of the video, who's beautiful, by the way. They're talking about chewing beetlenut, and I spent a lot of time in the South Pacific and stuff, and beetlenut's this like this kind of nut that makes your teeth red, but also kind of gets you like a little bit of a buzz, kind of like if you're cutting your grass with like, you know, a bush cutter and you want to chew and just kind of cruise. Not to say that I've ever done that.
Môi mình môi ta, ăn một miếng trầu, bằng một chiếc cầu, bao lời chưa ngỏ, duyên mình duyên ta. Mời anh về Bắc Ninh em.
So we know that she's definitely not chewing the betel nut, but that old lady was. So yeah, it's pretty common out there, also in like the Marianas Islands as well. But you saw on the table, that's the betel nut quid, the nut. It grows on like this palm tree. But it depends on where you're from. Some people actually chew the baby one. Some people chew the adult one where it's like harder. But then they mix like lime, like as in like, you know, cleaning material lime. And it softens the inside of your cheek, and then you absorb more of it. And some people mix all kinds of weird things in it.
Bằng một chiếc cầu, bao lời chưa ngỏ, duyên mình duyên ta. Mời anh về Bắc Ninh em chơi thăm lễ hội nôn một miếng trầu bằng một chiếc cầu, bao lời chưa ngỏ duyên mình duyên ta. Mời anh về Bắc Ninh em chơi thăm lễ hội nô nức đông vui quanh năm, qua đền Ba Chúa cầu lộc cầu tài, răng rằm tháng tám ung dung chơi trăng, đua thuyền rẽ sóng trên sông như nguyện, bao sử sách kia linh nhân kia tang phủ chốn bồng lai linh thiêng, nương nhờ cửa thánh con xin cúi đầu. Người ơi người ơi đừng về để em ngày đêm ngóng trông anh tung anh khắp muôn bề, anh có thương thì qua cho anh đừng hứa đừng thề về đây Bắc Ninh cùng em thắm lòng tình quê.
Whoa, that was super duper cool, man. What do you think about the cinematography of that video and all the visuals and like the cultural aspects like layered in there with I would guess that that's probably a folk song, like, you know, it was like a song that's already sung in a different way, but they added like kind of a modern beat, and that guy's like he's rapping, he's coming out. I wanted to see that guy come back and start flowing again. Whoever that guy was, he was pretty cool. And then, like, you know, kind of the cultural like costume designs and clothing and the fireworks and the dragon type of, like, you know, carvings, and then, like, you know, the end with the moon, which the song kind of references about the moon, about, you know, it's like a song about being proud of where you're from, like kind of the roots, the deep roots of where you're from. I love that kind of stuff, man, because, you know, I have a background in anthropology and I've traveled a lot, including Vietnam, and, you know, had a really good time there. The food was just absolutely the best, and it was a very busy place. I stayed mostly in the city, and, you know, there was like mopeds everywhere, like ducking, dodging mopeds. It's just normal out there. It's crazy, but it did rain really hard and flooded, and like everything, people still go through with the mopeds just in the water, just cruising. Somehow those things don't they don't get saturated or flooded. But wow, how beautiful was that girl too? Like, I wonder if she sings like another song. I wonder if she sings. I wonder if she sings another song that's popular. I would assume so. If she's, you know, if she sang that song and she's as pretty, she's probably had some other songs. But hopefully she's not chewing betel nut right now. You gotta avoid the betel nut. But yeah, I grew up on the East Coast, and I had a couple friends from Vietnam, so it was interesting that those guys would always have some kind of like food or something that was like completely foreign to everybody else. And the first time I had those plums, have you ever had those really sour plum where they're like dried, like kind of like they're sour and they're sugary too? And he'd have these things, right? And we're like, "What are you, fam? What are you eating, bro?" And he's like, "Oh, let's try this." And really like looking at it like, "I don't want to eat this." And then you try it and you're like, "Give me another one of those things." I hope you guys like the Analog Man podcast, and if you guys can put another recommendation below in the comment section, I would really appreciate that, and I will try and get some of the songs that you guys have been recommending. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. If you haven't, please do that now, and that will help me grow the channel, help me bring more of this stuff out to the world, help us travel through these global destinations through music and sharing culture. Please, if I missed anything in the video culturally related that you guys think is very important, please point that out and let me know, because I do read all those comments, and I do love that kind of stuff. And if you love that kind of stuff, keep coming back to the podcast, because we're going to talk about all those kinds of things here. Speaking of the podcast, I have a few products now. You'll see in the stand store below in the description. I do YouTube coaching, life coaching, and retirement coaching. So if you're interested in any of that, go check out those links. And also, if you think that there is a artist that I should cover, not American artist, somewhere in your country that is maybe underrepresented or well known in your country, but outside your country people don't know, please leave that in the comment section below, and I'll see about getting to those songs. But yeah, this was a really cool one. I enjoyed it. I'm probably going to be watching this a few times and look up a little bit more about the singer who was, obviously quite beautiful. So I'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate everybody coming back to this podcast. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe on the way out, and I'll see all of you guys really soon. I'm your boy, the Wolfhound. Bac Bling. Bac Bling. I would go to that town, totally.